Hi, welcome to Movie Digest. In this video I'm going to explain 2019 crime drama mystery movie titled Rattlesnake. Spoilers ahead. Katrina and her daughter Clara are going on a highway towards Texas. They stop at a restaurant and are having lunch. Later, she texts her mom to tell that they are on their way, as she is going to stay at her mom's place for a while. They continue their journey. Katrina listens to a motivational podcast and tries to control her tears, as she got divorced recently. Suddenly her map updates, as the route got jammed by an accident, and shows her another route on the map. She quickly takes that route and continues the journey. She is going through the desert, and can't find a single car or a human in her vicinity. After a while she lost her cell phone signal, and the tire got flat. They are stranded in the middle of the desert, with no one there to help. Katrina is changing the tire, and Clara is playing at a distance. Suddenly a rattlesnake bites Clara and she screams in pain. Katrina runs to her and finds the snake bite on her leg. She gets terrified and desperately looks around for help, but finds nothing and doesn't have a cell service. As she was carrying Clara towards the car, she hears a loud music and finds a trailer, which wasn't there a few moments ago. She gets confused, but runs towards it in order to save Clara. Katrina enters the trailer and sees a woman inside. She begs that woman to save her daughter, since she got a flat tire and no signal on her phone. That woman tells Katrina to calm down, as she has dealt with those snake bites before and has saved many. Katrina gets relieved and gives Clara to her. That woman says that the nearest town is Tulia, and suggests her to take Clara to a hospital there. Katrina gets out to fix the tire, while the woman takes Clara inside to treat her. Katrina quickly changes the tire and gets back to the trailer. She enters the trailer and finds Clara sleeping, and finds the snakebite has vanished. She couldn't understand anything. Katrina takes Clara and gets outside, but there is no trace of that woman. She gets to Tulia and takes Clara to a hospital. The doctor tells Katrina that Clara was doing fine and calls it a mild dehydration. Katrina keeps telling them Clara got bitten by a rattlesnake. The doctor examines her to check if she is under any influence, and claims it was just a hallucination and tells her to take a rest. She gets relieved and sleeps next to Clara. After a while she goes out for a coffee. There she sees Lorraine, who is weeping over her dying father. Later, a man walks into their room, and wants to talk about the payment for Clara's recovery. Katrina says Clara has insurance, and they both got covered. That man reveals he is not talking about hospital debt, but the debt which she owes for saving Clara. Since her soul was spared, Katrina must repay it with another soul. That man says she only got time till sunset to pay her debt. The soul can be any of her choosing, but it must be human, and should be paid in full on time. Katrina gets confused and doesn't understand what's going on. She anxiously tells him to leave the room and leave them alone, but that man tells her that if she failed to pay her debt, Clara will return to her original condition and suffer before dying. Suddenly Clara turns blue as the venom got spread all over her body, and the snakebite reappears. She gets terrified over Clara's condition and calls for help. That man says she got only 7 hours to save Clara. The doctor rushes to the room and finds everything normal. Clara gets to her normal condition. Katrina is confused and looks for that man, but couldn't find him. She wants to check if it's for real, and travels back to the desert where it's all started. There she sees her flat tire, but couldn't find the trailer. Then a truck stops behind her car, and the driver gets down and walks towards her in a threatening manner. He warns Katrina that Clara is going to die. There is only one way to save her and there was nowhere to run. By the time he reaches her, he starts bleeding from his bullet wounds. She also finds the rattlesnake that has bitten Clara. She gets dejected by her situation, as she has to kill someone to save her daughter. Katrina drives back to the town, and searches for the truck driver. She learns he was shot dead 7 years ago, and also finds a shadow figure in the photo of that crime scene. Katrina also finds the man she met in hospital. He is actually a lawyer who was fatally stabbed by a school teacher, and the witness said he kept saying a soul for a soul while doing it. Katrina finds a series of brutal murders and mysterious disappearances. Katrina gets back to the hospital and plans to kill the dying old man. She finds Lorraine in the cafeteria and makes up a conversation. They quickly bond, and Lorraine takes Katrina to her father. She gets a call from her family and steps out, leaving Katrina alone with her father. Katrina tries hard to kill that man and aborts it at the last moment. She leaves the hospital. While sitting in her car, a kid looks at her creepily. He comes to her car and signals that time is running out. He then bangs his head to the window until it breaks. Katrina got scared and gets out, almost got killed by another car. Katrina finds a poster of a kid who actually went missing back in 2010. She then goes to a bar and to have a drink. Just then, Abby walks into the bar, and she got bruises on her face because of her abusive boyfriend. Suddenly her boyfriend, Billy, storms in and forcefully takes her out. Katrina learns they are from that town and sets her sight on Billy. She follows them to their house, then marks their location and leaves. She looks into her things for a possible weapon to eliminate Billy, but couldn't find it. Just then a man appears behind her, who warns her that the time is running out and turns into ashes. Katrina gets to the gun store to buy a gun, but the store owner won't let her buy one since she isn't a local resident. But seeing her desperate, he sends her to another man, and she buys a gun from him. Katrina gets back to the desert, searches for instructions on her phone in order to learn to shoot. She practices for a while, and gets back to the town. She sneaks into Billy's house, while Billy and Abby are in the shower. She hides in their bedroom. They get to the room after the shower, and Billy orders Abby to finish her punishment, even though she is sick. They go to the living room, and Katrina gets out and picks the keys of Billy's truck. She then takes out the gun and walks towards living room. There she finds Billy watching television and drinking a beer, while Abby is being punished. Katrina points the gun towards Billy and throws him the keys. She takes him to his truck and gets him drive, and then takes him to a remote canyon in the desert. Billy pleads her not to kill him and offers her money. Katrina tells him to get out of the truck. He breaks down and asks her what did he do to deserve that, and begs for a chance to fix that. But Katrina keeps telling him to get out of the truck. He learns she is determined to kill him, so he quickly pushes his seat backward and fights back. He quickly gets out of the truck and runs away. Katrina frees herself and runs after him. She tries to shoot him but fails. She runs around the canyon looking for him and finds a hiker. Katrina read about her in the news and she was found dead in that canyon. The hiker tells Katrina that she tried her best, but Katrina pleads her for an alternative to end it in order to save Clara. The hiker tells her there is only one way and turns into dead. As time is running out, just before sunset, Katrina decides to kill herself. Before doing it, she records a goodbye message to Clara. Suddenly, Billy appears behind her and throws a rock at her and she blacks out. She wakes up to find Billy pointing the gun at her. As the time is running out, she takes out a knife and tries to kill herself. Just then, a rattlesnake bites Billy and he falls down. She finds Billy seriously injured. She gets down to him and takes the opportunity to kill him to save her daughter. As the sun sets, she finds many mysterious figures watching her from the top of the canyon. Katrina also finds the mysterious woman from the trailer. She leaves the canyon and torches Billy's car. On her way back to the hospital, the doctor calls her to say that Clara is doing well. Katrina gets to the hospital and reunites with her daughter. She finds a drawing, where Clara has drawn a picture of the mysterious figure in the sun. Seemingly aware of what her mother had to do to save her. The next day, they get back on the road and continue their journey. Katrina spots a hitchhiker by the road and gets surprised to find out that he is actually Billy. That's how the movie ends. For more content, please subscribe.